Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again. In today's video, I want to talk about the conversion I just did from my Rogue RM-3 to a modified RM-6. Now, I call this a modified version because you should know that an RM-6 typically has a 43-inch depth in the front area. Because this is coming from an RM-3 with a 30-inch depth, this has less overall footprint than an RM-6 would. Now, I did this for a couple of reasons, but the number one reason is I started to take a look at my RM-3. Obviously, here I am in the basement. I have a lot of space available to me. And I took a look at the front feet, which are monster half rack feet, which take up roughly 24 extra inches on the bottom, and my mini feet on the back, which take up another 12 or so. And I was already at the footprint of like a full RM-6, even actually probably a little bit more. And I thought I might as well look at the extra versatility and functionality of having actual uprights and just turn this into a 6-post rack. Now, the nice thing is for me is when I first bought this rack, which was almost 2 years ago now, it was going in a garage where nothing bigger would fit. But the nice thing with Rogue and a lot of other manufacturers, when you buy something like this, which is 3x3 with 1-inch hardware, you can really kind of plug and play like Legos and build whatever you want to build. And that's exactly what I wanted to do here. I had the space, I was taking up the footprint already. Might as well just expand it out, and it opens up a lot of possibilities for future attachments and also just doing some pretty unique things. Now, up until recently though, I will say Rogue hasn't been doing a lot of their custom orders. So in order to get this stuff, it has to be a custom order. You can't order uprights from them on their website for some reason. You can order the cross members, but the uprights you can't, so you have to reach out to them. All in all, and I'll do a price breakdown here on the side, that's why I'm kind of standing off to the side. All in all, it probably cost me roughly $900 to do this. I got a little bit of extra pieces, like I went ahead and got another 43-inch top cross member to go in the middle, instead of using something like a pull-up bar like I already had, because I like the look better of a rack like this. Plus I wanted the actual places to mount more stuff. I also ended up, for some reason, buying an extra 24-inch bottom cross member because Rogue referenced an older quote I had asked for when my initial plan was to use a Rogue Rhino in the bottom of the back section of storage and tie that into a center-mounted slinger up top. I'm no longer doing that because I have some other equipment coming in, which if you follow me on Instagram, you know what that is. But I didn't double check the actual PO they had sent me, so I ended up ordering an extra one. So if someone needs one, come talk to me. But overall, it cost me about $900. Now I'm taking a look at the actual pieces of what I would really need just to make a straight RM-6 versus what the website offers. It ends up being roughly $150 more to convert it, which in reality isn't that bad when you think about it. I mean, going from a 4-post to a 6-post, I know a lot of people have that question, should I do it? If you want to get a 4-post first, you can turn it into a 6-post. It's a super simple, easy process. It's not that much more expensive up front, $150. But also just know you're going to have to pay shipping again, which is probably going to be somewhere between $100 to $150. So basic price list is probably like $300 more. And again, this doesn't include things like actual monster storage pins, which you would typically get if you ordered an RM-6, and you're going to have to order the hardware, which costs $40 per set. So you're basically paying like $10 for one of those 1-inch hardware pieces, which they're massive, they're huge. I could probably see them being $10 each. But it kind of hurts if you need a bunch of them here. Luckily, I had some extra ones laying around, so I only had to get 2 packs and not have to worry about the other ones to attach that 43-inch cross member up top. But overall, I really like how it looks. I'm still getting used to it, and in my opinion, this is almost an ideal rack. I think 30 inches for a usable actual depth is probably perfect. 43 is way too big in my opinion. The only thing I wish were different was that Rogue would offer like a 16-inch depth for the rear storage. That's what I have over on the Rep one that I really like. I think that's more ideal. The 24-inch one is good if you plan on doing something like a drop-in Rhino, but I don't plan on doing that anymore. So it just seems like it's a little bit excess, and I'd like to see like 8 inches or so taken off of that, which I believe is something Rogue would normally do in normal times, a custom order. You'd probably have to pay to have them cut. I'd like to see the standard option. But right now, because of COVID, it's one of those things that they're not doing. So while they are taking some special orders like the uprights now, they're not doing everything like custom colors on certain things because, trust me, I've asked, or cutting pieces down to make shorter depth rear storage mounts. But overall, I think for me, for $900 from someone who now has the space and had the option to do this, I think this is a nice little upgrade. So again, I think the overall point is, number one, you can do it. And number two, if you're hemming and hawing about should you go with a 4-post or 6-post, just know that you can upgrade it, and it's a really easy process. You're probably just going to end up spending a couple $100 more in the long run than if you bought a 6-post initially. But for someone like me who ended up having 2 years between those 2 points of time, I'm fine with that. So hopefully this helps. If you have other questions about how to do this or just things in your mind that you think you can do or want to do and want to know if it's possible, leave me a comment in the comment section below. But in the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.